It is Thursday, November 29th, 2018. Thank you all for tuning into the Sneem Mobile Tech YouTube channel. Have an update for you guys on some 5G news as it pertains to AT&T. The news actually broke a couple of days ago, but I haven't had a chance to go ahead and make a video update on it. So I wanted to make sure I did that today before the weekend comes. And of course, tomorrow we have the podcast, so I wanted to get it out then to make sure that we had it to maybe bring it up as a topic. So let me kind of cover the update and then kind of give you guys what's going on in terms of the Patreon side. So in terms of the actual story, AT&T has gone ahead and actually set up and launched their 5G network in Dallas. This is technically AT&T's home. It's like their home city. We have the Dallas Cowboys play in AT&T Stadium. I know it's actually not in Dallas, but close enough. So it is their headquarters. It makes sense that they went with the launch first there. So in terms of telecoms launching 5G service, this does put them right after Verizon for the service. Verizon has not launched, I guess, 5G protocol or proper 5G standards 5G, but AT&T has apparently, so that's good news from them. In terms of the hardware that's running this connection, it is the Netgear Nighthawk 5G hotspot. So in terms of the location, it is Clyde Warren Park area, which is the Dallas Arts District. I don't know much about the city of Dallas. Maybe some of you out there do. You can kind of fill us in on what this is like in terms of the region of the city, what the dynamic is, if there's a lot of hustle and bustle, if it's more of a developed area, I'm not really sure. In terms of compatibility of the connection, obviously we don't have any compatible devices that can utilize this particular connection, millimeter wave spectrum. But with the correct hotspot, as listed here, this Netgear Nighthawk 5G hotspot, serving as the intermediate, it could obviously make the signal compatible. So more cities are targeted for 2019. More cities are still targeted in December in 2018. So we're going to be waiting for news on that. I'll keep you guys updated and posted here on the channel. So make sure that you are subscribed and you ding the bell to be notified whenever I upload new content. In terms of my opinions on this and how I feel about this particular news, I think we were expecting some news for AT&T. I was actually expecting it sooner, early in November, and then we didn't hear anything. And then there was actually a story a couple of weeks ago that we were going to get news on this particular launch and release. So it's good to see that we have it. Now, in terms of the actual release, I thought it was going to be more cities that it was going to be launched, but it does make sense that it is Dallas. I was just thinking that maybe it was going to be more than one city. So hopefully that's up and coming, and we're expecting that in December before year's end. So, who knows? We can predict, we can make our guesses. Maybe it's 3, 4, or 5 more cities in 2018. And then in 2019, we're expecting several more. So progress is being made. 5G cities are starting to receive the hardware, and it's just a matter of time until, the software switches go and the connections are made available. The only thing kind of holding things up, guys, is the fact that we don't have the devices to run this particular spectrum and in terms of compatibility. So, as we've said in multiple videos before, it's going to take, different types of access points and conversion type devices like this Netgear Nighthawk, mobile hotspot, these 5G pucks as they call them, to make sure that people can actually utilize it, because our legacy devices are not compatible with them. But of course, moving forward, we're going to get some devices that will be compatible. We've talked about the Snapdragon X50 chip multiple times, and as those devices come out with their hardware, they will be compatible. So progress in the right direction nonetheless. That's pretty much it for this one. Give me your thoughts and opinions on what AT&T is doing. It was very kind of like quiet, which is unlike T-Mobile, very similar to what Verizon has done. With the exception of when they launched their 5G, they kind of, put it out there. They wanted to promote it. So, AT&T kind of quick and brief and fast. We're going to expect some noise as soon as they get a full-scale launch for their service. So, good to see the progress in the right direction. Now, I have more offered on Patreon for this particular update. I'll cover this topic as well as some other things. We have a rebrand of Google Fi from Project Fi. Have some news from T-Mobile in terms of an offer. There's some Sprint news, some 5G news, and of course, head over to the Patreon page. That video will be posted there. I'll put a link in the description below. You guys can check that out at your leisure. So consider support there. Consider checking out the Sneem Mobile Tech Patreon page. Much appreciated. That's it for this video. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you have a great weekend. Hopefully we see you tomorrow at the live stream on the podcast, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.